What's going on? Good morning, Denny. This is me. Check to have a shower. Alright. So, hey, today we're gonna do some digital stuff. You know what I mean? Yeah. The non digital guy's gonna do some digital stuff. Okay, so today, thanks to the fine folks at IK Multimedia, we have this, the Tonex. As a little side note, huge thanks to Taylor Danley. Go check out his YouTube channel. He does a lot with like death metal stuff and focuses a lot on super affordable gear. And the dude's an incredible player. He also is another signature artist with Deviant Guitars. Not every day that somebody in the YouTube community throws somebody a biscuit, right? So I was at NAMM, got to meet Taylor in person, very tiny man. But I don't get him fucking huge. I'm not only just tall, I'm like a fucking refrigerator on feet. I'm a big dude. But I always make, all these musicians I know, they're just tiny, tiny people. It's hilarious. But super, super awesome of him. I was telling him that I'd really love to try some of these companies that he works with, and he just happened to tell me his contact at IK Multimedia, because I was talking about wanting to try the Tonex, because people have been speaking so highly of it. He gave me the guy's contact, told me he was actually at NAMM, so I went to the booth and I spoke to him, and due to the referral of Taylor, it all kind of worked out really good. Huge thanks to IK Multimedia for giving me a really cool artist price on this. Literally, it probably covered their shipping and probably took somebody out to lunch. It wasn't very expensive, so I'm going to have a lot of fun with this. I'm going to kind of show it in a way that I don't think I've really seen done yet, and that is, I'm just going to open it and take it from there. Kind of try it right out of the box, not hooking up to a computer or anything. I'm going to use my Redbeard. I probably should turn it on so warm the tubes up. My Redbeard power amp, and I'm going to use my signature Deviant linchpin, which is loaded with an EMG 81X, which I don't want to hear any crap about the whole 81s and EMGs. Those 81Xs are amazing. I don't know. I love them. I didn't think I would, but I do. So let's open this thing and see what we get. I really haven't opened it. For all I know, I could need something I don't freaking have to make the damn thing work, but yeah, gotta have a little faith sometimes, right? Is that what they say? Gotta have a little faith. Faith in the process, which technically I don't have a process. So we got the condom off. Here's what you get inside the box. The Tonex, and looks like a power supply. Couple little, wow, that is wrapped tight. Good on you guys. Have a little sip of coffee here. All right, never mind me. Speaking of Deviant guitars, Royce's lady, Maggie, if you're from Minnesota, she made that. Look at that. It's got my logo and stuff on it. That's how you know Booty Call Becky's fucking awesome. She's gonna be an awesome cup. If anybody doesn't know, I love coffee cups. It's kind of my thing. Alright, looks like we got rubber feet. We got a cord for the computer people. I am not the computer person. Nope. We call Mitch. Mitch figures out all my computer shit. Big shout out to Mitch Parker. Love that dude. Out of all my friends from moving out of Maine, he's the only one that really checks on me and sees how I'm doing, like on a regular basis. Means a lot to me. Nowadays, there's a lot of fake smiles and phony hellos, right? We all know, we all deal with it. No one's subject from it. Alright, so I guess this is like a Build-A-Bear workshop. You gotta build your own power supply. Probably because it is a multi-world thing. Okay, that's cockeyed, so that's not America. This one's overcompensating. So that's, well, somewhere people have small dicks or something. This one looks like a taser tip. That's not it. Oh god, I hope this is it. This is the last one. And it is. The little American. The little American, he's so cute. Alright, let's see how this thing goes on. Okay, there's a little notch there, a little notch there. This must go like so. Ta-da! Alright. We have power. It's like I get a Lego set and a piece of gear at the same time. Very cool. Alright. Let's take this neatly wrapped. It's like my mom works for IK Multimedia. My mom does awesome Christmas gifts, by the way. She like wraps the shit out of them. They look pretty and stuff. Miss that now that I'm not there for Christmas anymore. Miss the pretty wrap jobs. They do. Man, this... Fuck. I was impressed by it until it started hindering me getting it. Okay, fuck it. Just gotta try to open it all nice and stuff, but the plan is to make use of this, not sell it, so yes, there's a lot of satisfaction in that. So there we go. That is the Tonex. All right. I tried this at NAMM, but I had help. So we'll see what happens. Get this thing hooked up. You can listen to that shitty intro I got, and I'll be back. Hopefully it won't take long to get some kind of a tone out of this. All right, yeah, watch the intro. See you in a minute. Coffee, glorious coffee. All right, we got Tonex hooked up. So yeah, let's see what she do. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you the clean tone that comes just from the Redbeard power amp, and then we'll turn the Tonex on. Right from turning it on, it has a UK 800, which we probably just say is a Marshall, yeah? Alright, here we go. Yep, that sounds like a Marshall. So what I'm going to do is right out the gate, let's just see, we're going to go through until we find see how long it takes to find just a decent metal tone. That's what we'll do for right now. Alright, here we go. Y'all saw that shit, right? All my lights keep turning themselves up. And none of these have a remote, by the way. That is just weird. Fuck, man. These lights get insane. Wow. Wow. Alright, back to... Squirrel. By the way, this actually sounds pretty good, and if I turn some of the parameters, I could dial this in really easy. This is a Dietz. So yeah. But I wanted to see if there's something we could just... If we had to go to Guitar Center real quick and pick one of these up, could we get a decent tone just by clicking through it real quick and get to gigging? Alright, here we go. That's another one. That's the it says orange. I'm gonna go with a rock reverb. Again, if I messed with the noise gate, did a little bit of dialing, that would actually sound pretty good too. But again, we are trying to get it so we can just click through and get something good. All right, here we go. Again, that's the dual rectifier, right? Mesa. No, I mentioned it before, but holy shit are these lights bright as fuck. God, I can't wait till I get done shooting this. Like, fix those damn lights. I feel like I'm into the French fry lights. Shit! I'm not shooting porn in here. I'm fucking playing with gear. Don't need to make pasty white yogurt slinging shit. All right, here we go.
So this thing right here is about fucking awesome. So what I'm gonna do, because it's a little bassy, is I'm gonna take a little bit of the depth and add a little bit of the presence on my power amp. I bet you we'll be right where we need to be. I liked that setting a little bit. So, whoops, let's put this back to just everything dead nuts. Let's keep journeying, I guess. All right, so I can keep going through this thing. I'm up to like patch 15 and it said thrash. Um, I could dial that in to have like a good noise gate, add a little more mids, try to get away with some of that little dullness scoop part of it, because the older I get, the more mids I like. Which is odd. I get that, but you know, I'm old. Okay, I'm fucking old. I gotta be 50 in another year. I'm old. And everyone's like, "You're how old?" Yeah, I'm a man child. Deal with it. Fuck, these lights are bright. So anyway, that is the Tonex. Just plugging it in and going. As I get monkeying with this, we'll do some more stuff with it. I mean, with something like this is content for days. If anybody has any really awesome hints and tips for this thing, please, by all means, contact me and let me know. I don't know nothing about hooking this up to the computer yet. Again, that's one of those things where I need to be at a computer and have my buddy Mitch available. He'll figure it out. I just turn buttons. At least I figured out how to change the presets. I mean, just to open it up and go and you're a complete dum-dum with this stuff, you can. I mean, if I had to, I mean, not having the noise gate active on this, I mean, other than that, I could use this to play my shit. I mean, it's a little boxy and boomy, but really, at the end of the day, that's a pretty good fucking tone. And I don't want to sit here and bore you guys literally to the brink of death. So yeah, we're gonna cut this shit short, or cut it off. It's not really short. I've been going at this for a minute, but just think, that's just what's that? 15. That was on the first one, so 14 times 3. 52. 53 settings we went through, which is a lot, but we went through it pretty quick. Like I said, if you had to gig on this thing in a hurry, there was plenty of other options too if you're playing different types of music, so it really could cover pretty much anything within that short amount of time. And if I didn't have diarrhea of the riff, I could have went through it a lot quicker than I did, but sometimes you get something that sounds interesting, you want to play on it. So yeah, I gotta say, for a digital modeler, I mean, straight out of the box, there's a couple things I would change, probably with the global settings and stuff, but again, that's a Mitch thing, not a me thing. It sounds really good. It just does. Good on them, because they're selling this thing at what, for like $400, I think. It's $399 is what's going to cost you if you go to Guitar Center and buy one, or go to Sweetwater and order one, or go right through IK Multimedia. And, none for nothing. They're fucking fast. That thing came from overseas and it got here quicker than something that got shipped from fucking New Jersey. True story. But that right there, for $400, you can take your Kemper. Imagine if I dial this in like people dial in their Kempers. I'll keep up with a Kemper at $1,300 less. Yeah, that's a fucking thing. $1,300 less. If you're like, but you can copy your tone on a Kemper. Well, for a couple more $100, you can buy the capture thing for the Tonex, and you can capture anything you want. I'm going to capture all my amps just to have fun. But again, that's a Mitch thing. He's going to have to figure out how to teach me from 1,700 miles how to do it. But yeah, I really can't say enough good things about this. For $400, that thing punches well above its ceiling. Like, really, it does. For $400, that is just genius fucking gear. Again, huge thanks to IK Multimedia for working with me on this one. And it's the first time I've ever worked with that company. And massive thanks to Taylor Danley. Go check out his YouTube channel. The dude, he does like the heavies in really good shape. Great player. He plays a guitar he designed with Deviant called the Grimoire. Really cool looking guitar. And he kind of, if you like stuff that's not $1,900, he's your guy, because he's got a demo gear that's from brands that I don't know, some people like to shit on, but a lot of it is, we want to do what I did with this, just plug it in and go. But even if you buy the expensive stuff, you still got to tweak it. Nothing comes straight out of the box being awesome. These are digital modelers, so just like you do with an amp, like whoever tested the amp and they ship it to you, where the settings are might not be where you play it, you got to turn the knobs on the amp, right? Kind of the same concept. You got to do a little bit of work. But for straight out of the box, I could gig with this. like legit could gig with this. Like, no doubt, could gig with this. If I was gonna play rock and roll with this thrash tone, I just turn the gain down a little bit. If I'm gonna play my metal, I definitely want to take it. It's scooped or dampened horribly. I need it to open up a little bit, but you can tell it's right there, right? I mean, shit, it just sounds fucking awesome. The chugs are there. That's if it will do the chugs and it will do the blues, it's a good unit, in my opinion. And I'm really not sacrificing much because I can see what the controls say they do, and I can fix this within a reasonable amount of time. But I'm a dum-dum, so I don't want to, on camera, sit here and look absolutely fucking ignorant if I take and wipe this whole thing out. Long story short, I wiped my Kemper out. Yeah. I was on tech calls for days trying to get that thing fucking fixed. So I'm very cautious now. I contact people that are smarter than I am to educate me on my own gear. Anyhow, thank you all for tuning in. There'll be a lot more content with this. I'm genuinely surprised at how good this thing is. And for $400, shit, I almost feel bad for the deal I got on it. It's worth more than $400. Because I've played the other years. I've played the Head Rushes. I've played the Line 6s. I've played the fucking Kempers. Other than not having effects, which I'm not an effects guy anyway, so this is right up my alley. You know, this thing slaps, man. For what I do, this thing's great. And I go in an 18-wheeler, and if I wanted to, I could just take that and a set of headphones, and I'm good to go. You know what I mean? Can't beat it like a sore dick. Alright, very cool. Catch you guys in the next video, and hey, as always, keep music evil. Bring metal to the children. Don't be a dick. Subscribe to my shit. Later.